Hello, I am Mwalimu Cheche Rasta Sienga. Today we are looking at legitimate powers or authorities and our topic forms of powers and authorities. And under legitimate powers and authority, we have two types of powers. We have powers given to exercise authority and office or managerial powers. So when we talk about authority, we mean that authority is the right or privilege to act, whereas power is the ability to act or active force to produce a result. When we talk about authority, we talk about privileges to act. And then when we talk about power, we are talking about the result of those privileges that have been acted upon. Yeah, we talk about the result. That is the ability or active force that produces the result. That's what we are talking about power. So let's look at the meaning of the word legitimate powers or authority. When we talk about legitimate powers and authority, what does we mean? This we mean that it's about recognition of the right to command, make decision, and to ensure obedience based on hierarchical position, role, or formal structure. So when we're looking at legitimate powers and authority, this one we mean is a recognition of the right of command. Powers is about command. Authority is about command. And it's about making decisions. It's about ensuring those who are in line of servitude or those who have been who serve, they are obedient on the hierarchy that has been given. For example, if you have a manager, we have a director, a CEO, there's hierarchy. So that hierarchy is followed. And those who are under that hierarchy, they have to be obedient because this is legitimate powers that has been given that forms about the role and the formal structure of any management. Yeah. So these are the keys aspect of legitimate authority. We have talked about hierarchical position. When we talk about hierarchical position, we mean that authority derived from a role. For example, we have manager, we have CEO, government officials. Also, we talk about rational legal authority. Compliance based on laws, regulation, and official position according to what we have talked above about. We have talked about hierarchical position. So when we talk about traditional authority, as we looked last time, we looked at traditional powers and authorities. And we saw that this is based on a long-standing custom and traditional. Based on traditional and long-standing customs. So we have also charismatic authority. This is influences stemming from the personal characteristics or charisma of the leader. There are people, they follow a leader. That's what we call about charismatic authority. They influence people to follow them. We have accountability, legitimate authority. Often requires clear accountability where those in powers are accountable for their action. So those are key aspects of legitimate authorities. Also, we have common source of legitimate authorities. This will mean that we have organizational hierarchy. These are the managers and leaders authorized to delegate work. They give work people to do. We have government and legal system. Public officers authorized to uphold the law. And then we have charisma or referring powers. Influences through respect and admiration, like in churches where we have pastors and the like. So those people, they influence through respect and through admiration. And then you have expertise, legitimate authority. So this one is authority derived from specialized knowledge, like technician, professional. We have doctors and the rest. Those are expertise authority. So we have powers given to exercise authority. This we have said is often refers to as delegated authority or commission. And then we have office or managerial powers we have talked about. When we talk about office or managerial powers, It encompasses the authority, responsibilities, and influence exercised by individuals to ensure the smooth operation of organization and strategic direction of a business. So that's what we talk about office of managerial powers. So under office and managerial power, we have number one, we have administrative and operational control. When we talk about administrative and operational control, we are talking about workflow management. That means organizing and monitoring office functions to ensure efficiency. And then we have policy implementation. It means acting as the link between top management and staff to implement company policies, procedures, and rules. And then we have record management. It means controlling the storage, maintenance, and disposal of sensitive company records and documents. That's what it means. We have also number two, personal and human resource authority. So when we talk about personal and human resource authority, we are meaning that supervision and training, overseeing, training, and directing subordinates. We have recruitment and selection. This means that interviewing and selecting new administrative personnel. We have performance management. It means evaluating employees' performance and managing team morale. Then we have conflicts resolution. It means resolving dispute among staff members. So that's personal and human resource authorities under legitimate powers and authorities under office and managerial powers. So we have also number three, resource and financial management. When we talk about resource and financial management, we are talking about budgeting. Earlier we talked about budgeting, we learned about budgeting. We are talking about budgeting, preparing annual budgets and planning expenditures. Also, we have purchasing authority, managing office purchases, inventory, and equipment. We have supplier relationship management, managing relationship with the external vendors and outsourced services. So under office and managerial powers, also we have number four, leadership and communication. This means decision making using data and digital systems awareness to make informed operational decisions. We have coordinating, acting as a relation between different departments to ensure smooth collaboration. And then communication, we mean acting as a key representative or public relations person for the department to top management and or external parties. And then under office and managerial powers, there's type of managerial powers basis. Managers often rely on few main type of powers to influence their team. You have legitimate powers driven from formal position held. You have reward powers, the ability to reward subordinates for compliances. We have conceive powers, the ability to discipline or fire employees. We have expert powers based on superior skills or knowledge. And then we have reference powers, influence based on personal or interpersonal skills. So all this about legitimate powers and authorities. Legitimate power of authority, and that's what we have looked at. Thank you so much. I'm Mwalimu Cheche. Thanks for following me and supporting our channel. Be blessed.